Have you ever been in a moment of quiet reflection, maybe a prayer or a deep meditation, and you catch your friend out of the corner of your eye, not just bored, but actively texting memes? If you felt that subtle sting of disrespect, that feeling that your sacred moment is just their waiting time, you're in trouble. It's a small thing, but it's a sign of a much larger disconnect. Or what about when you share a personal breakthrough? A moment of profound connection you felt with the universe, and their response is a dismissive eye roll? A sigh? That condescending little smile that says, "Oh, you and your little fantasies." If they roll their eyes at your faith, you're not crazy for feeling invalidated. You're not being too sensitive. You're picking up on a fundamental lack of support. The spiritual path is a deeply personal and often challenging journey. It requires introspection, discipline, and a supportive environment. But what happens when the people closest to us, our friends, become unintentional roadblocks? They may not even realize they're doing it, but their energy, their words, and their actions can subtly sabotage our growth, drain our spirit, and pull us off our chosen path. It's crucial to recognize these dynamics, not to judge our friends, but to protect our own peace and progress. So, let's pull back the curtain. Here are the 7 types of friends to watch out for, the archetypes that can block your spiritual path. Number 7, the distractor. This is the friend who is the life of the party, the master of fun, and the curator of chaos. Their intentions are rarely malicious. In fact, they probably love your company and genuinely want you to have a good time. The problem is, their definition of a good time is always external, loud, and demanding of your immediate attention. They are the masters of FOMO, the fear of missing out. You've planned a quiet evening to journal and reflect, and suddenly your phone is blowing up. You have to come out. Everyone's here. It's the last night. This place is open. They make staying true to your spiritual commitments feel like a punishment. They'll dangle the shiniest, most exciting plans in front of you precisely when you need quiet and focus. Their personal motto might as well be, "You can be spiritual tomorrow." A key red flag is a feeling of constant exhaustion. You leave their presence feeling drained, not energized. Your well-laid plans for spiritual practice are consistently derailed after a single conversation with them. The boundary here is firm but kind. Treat your spiritual time like a non-negotiable appointment. You wouldn't cancel a doctor's visit for a last-minute whim, right? Give your soul the same respect. You can say, "That sounds amazing, and I'd love to join next time, but tonight is my sacred time for myself." You don't owe them a bigger explanation. Number 6, the minimizer. This friend is the champion of logic and reason, and they specialize in shrinking your profound spiritual experiences down to mundane, everyday occurrences. You saw a meaningful number sequence all day, and it felt like a message from the universe? They'll say, "Oh, that's just confirmation bias. You were looking for it. You had a powerful dream that gave you clarity on a major life decision. You probably just ate something weird before bed." The minimizer isn't aggressive like the doubter. They're more subtle, using a gentle, almost caring tone to pour cold water on your inner fire. They frame your spiritual insights as being overly emotional or reading too much into things. The danger here is that they can make you start to doubt your own intuition. Their constant low-grade skepticism can erode your confidence in your ability to connect with anything beyond the material world. A red flag is that you find yourself hesitating to share your spiritual experiences with them, preemptively censoring yourself because you already know their deflating response. To set a boundary, you don't need to convince them. Simply state, "This was a meaningful experience for me, and I'm not looking for an explanation. I just wanted to share it." You are reclaiming your narrative and signaling that your experience is valid on its own, without their approval or scientific analysis. Number 5, the competitor. This is the friend who turns the path of inner peace into an Olympic sport. Spirituality for them isn't about connection, it's about achievement. They're not walking the path with you, they're racing you. Did you start meditating for 10 minutes a day? They'll make sure you know they're doing 30 in a headstand while chanting in ancient Sanskrit. Did you have a small, beautiful moment of clarity? They'll counter with their epic multi-day vision quest where they spoke to the spirit of a mountain. They collect spiritual experiences like trophies. They might ask you what you're reading, not to connect, but to recommend a much more advanced text. They might even subtly critique your practice. Oh, you're still using a guided meditation app? I moved past that years ago. The red flag is a feeling of inadequacy. Instead of feeling inspired by your friend's journey, you feel pressured and a little bit resentful. Your sacred practice starts to feel like a performance or a chore you have to keep up with. The boundary is to refuse to play the game. Spirituality is not a competition. When they start boasting, simply smile and say, "That's wonderful that you found a practice that works so well for you." You are acknowledging their path without comparing it to your own. Keep your journey private and sacred. You don't need to report your spiritual stats to anyone. Number 4, the doubter. Unlike the minimizer who gently deflates, the doubter comes armed for a full-blown debate. They are the self-appointed devil's advocate for your soul. Every belief you hold, every practice you adopt, is a puzzle for them to aggressively dismantle. They don't just question your faith, they cross-examine it. They'll hit you with, "But where's the scientific proof?" Or, "Don't you think that's a bit naive?" They treat your personal beliefs as a flawed thesis they are determined to debunk. They will corner you at a party to argue about the nature of consciousness, or send you articles and podcasts that prove your spiritual path is misguided. It often comes from a place of intellectual insecurity, but the effect is the same. It forces you into a defensive posture. You're no longer experiencing your spirituality, you're constantly trying to justify it. The red flag is mental and emotional exhaustion. Conversations with them feel like a courtroom battle, not a friendly chat. You feel like you need to have a perfectly researched, airtight argument for why you feel a sense of peace after prayer. The boundary is disengagement. You are not obligated to defend your soul. A powerful phrase is, "I appreciate your perspective, but my spiritual beliefs are personal and not up for debate." Repeat it as needed. You are not shutting them down as a person. You are closing a specific, unproductive line of conversation. Number 3, the enabler. This friend is the sweet-talking serpent in your personal Eden. They know your goals. They know the temptations you're trying to avoid. And they push you toward them anyway, often under the guise of helping you relax or letting you live a little. Did you commit to a month of sobriety to clear your mind? The enabler is the one saying, "Oh, but just one drink won't hurt. It's a celebration." Did you promise yourself you'd stop engaging in negative gossip? The enabler is the one who calls you with the juiciest, most irresistible story, starting with, "You are not going to believe what I just heard." They are experts at justifying indulgence. They make your discipline seem rigid and joyless. They are often wrestling with their own lack of discipline and feel uncomfortable when you display yours, so they try to pull you back down to their level. The red flag is when you consistently break your spiritual commitments in their presence. You feel a sense of shame or regret after hanging out with them. The boundary needs to be crystal clear. "I'm really serious about this commitment, and I need your support." That means not offering me the thing you're avoiding. If they persist, you may need to limit your time with them, especially in triggering environments. Your spiritual health is more important than their comfort. Number 2, the one-upper. This friend has a unique talent for making your spiritual wins all about them. They are a black hole for joy. You could have a genuinely moving experience, a small but significant step on your path, and they will immediately hijack the conversation to redirect the spotlight onto themselves. You share that you finally managed a peaceful 5-minute meditation? They'll jump in with, "That's great," It reminds me of the time I went on a 10-day silent retreat and achieved a state of pure bliss. It was so profound. Your moment of quiet pride is instantly eclipsed. They don't just share, they compete. They use your vulnerability as a launchpad for their own ego. This isn't just annoying, it's spiritually damaging. It teaches you that your joy is not safe, that your accomplishments are only valid if they can stand up to someone else's. It steals the simple, sacred pleasure of personal progress. The red flag is that you feel your excitement deflate the moment you share it with them. You learn to keep your good news to yourself because sharing it only leads to feeling diminished. The boundary is to stop feeding their ego. When they one-up you, give a brief, neutral response like, "That's nice," and then change the subject. Or even better, share your spiritual wins with people who know how to celebrate with you, not compete with you. And the number one friend blocking your spiritual path, the gaslighter. This is the most insidious and damaging archetype of all. The gaslighter doesn't just disagree with your path, they manipulate you into believing your path is crazy. They make you question your own sanity for wanting a deeper connection. When you try to set a boundary, for instance, "I can't hang out on Saturday morning because that's my time for reflection," they won't just be disappointed. They'll twist it. "Wow, so you're choosing your spirituality over our friendship? I guess I'm just not a priority anymore." They make your healthy choices seem like a personal attack against them. They will tell you you're imagining things when you point out their dismissive behavior. They'll say, "You're being dramatic," when you express that your feelings are hurt. They systematically dismantle your reality and replace it with their own, leaving you feeling confused, guilty, and fundamentally wrong for wanting faith, for wanting sanity, for wanting boundaries. The biggest red flag is a pervasive sense of confusion and self-doubt. You end conversations with them feeling like you're the problem. You start to believe that your need for peace is selfish, that your intuition is unreliable, and that your boundaries are unfair. The only boundary with a true gaslighter is distance. You must protect your peace, and that often means creating significant space or even ending the friendship. It's a painful but necessary act of spiritual self-preservation. Recognizing these patterns in our friendships can be uncomfortable. But this isn't about labeling people and cutting everyone off. It's about awareness. It's about recognizing the roles people play and how those roles affect your energy. Protect your peace. That might mean you need to set firm boundaries with a distractor. It might mean you stop sharing spiritual wins with a one-upper. It might mean you limit your time with an enabler, or refuse to engage in debate with a doubter. And it might mean creating serious distance from a gaslighter. Your spiritual journey is one of the most precious things you have. It's your personal connection to the divine, to your higher self, to the universe. It deserves to be protected, nurtured, and honored. So, invest your time and energy in the people who see your light and want to see it shine brighter. The friends who listen without judgment, who celebrate your small wins as if they were their own, who respect your boundaries, and who nourish your soul. They are out there. And by clearing the space occupied by those who block your path, you make room for them to enter.